Are you looking for a man in finance? 6'5", blue eyes? This video is for you. The man in finance is surely going to be able to pay the bills, but is he the type of guy you can build your home with and he will be the father of your children? So in this video, we are going to dive deep into the 5 top traits that you should look for when you're looking for a life partner. You spend more than 50% of your life with this person, and if you're an average of the 5 people around you, this person is going to have the biggest impact in your life. So make sure you choose this person wisely. So let's go. Hi, my name is Umama and I make videos on self-help and self-growth every single week, so make sure you tune in. I also made a detailed video on how to manifest your dream life, so make sure you check it out. The first trait to look for is a value match. A person is married for 4 things: wealth, family status, beauty, and religion and character. And religion and character is the most beautiful and the most magical one. Imagine if there is someone who is 6'5", way tall, the most handsome guy in the world, but if he does not treat you with respect, if he's not honest, if he's not loyal, if he cheats on you, those are the things which are going to make you feel like, oh my god, all this height is actually a waste of space. So make sure that you choose someone who loves God, who prioritizes God and his principles, because when a friendship or when a love or when a relationship is based on Allah, when it is based on God, when it is based on the principles and the covenant that God has outlined for us, this is when magic happens. And personally for me, I feel the friendships that I've had for the longest time, 14 years and still going strong, are the ones that were based on love for God and love for Allah. And those are the friendships that have stood the test of time, because when you are thinking about God at every single point, you also think, okay, I don't want to do anything wrong with that person because God told me that I shouldn't do this. So you need to have this external accountability, because I believe like people are very unfair in their relationships, but when a person is God-fearing, when they care about Allah, they're going to go out of the way to make your life easy, because this is what Allah has told them to do. And I believe like those relationships are just so beautiful when they are built on this foundation, and this is why I think this is the #1 trait. And it's also cool because when you have God in your mind and God in your heart, that becomes your lens. So Allahu nuru samawati wal ard, like anything that you see, anything that you feel, whether it's a material possession, whether it's another girl, whether it's another opportunity, whether it's a business which is based on corruption, everything, your entire worldview, your entire lens, when it is God, like when you see everything through eyes of what did God ask me to be, or what did God ask of me, the whole relationship becomes beautiful. And if someone does not match that worldview, then it is going to be very difficult for them to actually take care of you, because they're not even sincere with themselves. So how are they going to be sincere with you? The second top trait that you need to look for is provider type. Like, you need a provider type who is going to provide for you. That is his responsibility. Yes, I'm a feminist, was and still and will be, but I am all for the guy being the provider, because there are things that girls do which men cannot share, like pregnancy, like raising kids, like feeding the child. All of these things the guy cannot actually share with you. So he needs to be the provider, so that you can take your time, you can take your body, like you can let your body be and relax and not worry about the finances while you are doing all of these critical things. And it's such an emotional process, you go through so much, and if there is an external expectation that you are not even going to do the bare minimum, if he is not, like if you're not earning, you are not earning enough, I mean, that is going to make your life so difficult. So girl, 50-50 is not going to cut it. If he says 50-50, just run, block, delete, because it is not going to happen. He needs to be the provider, he needs to take responsibility, and he needs to provide for you and the kids in a very decent manner. It should be your choice whether you want to work or not. you are already going to go through so many things: pregnancy, childbirth, feeding, going through hormonal and physical changes. And on top of that, a man is also reliant on you to take care of his finances and take care of the household. I feel this is completely unfair, and you should not take this responsibility. You should be very upfront about it, that this is your responsibility. You should be the provider. And at the same time, also see, if he is the provider, he doesn't want to enforce his things or his values, and he does not want to manipulate you in any way. Because with financial dependence on a man, there are way too many men, and it is the sad truth, but there are too many men who are going to start exploiting you if you are financially dependent on them. So make sure that he knows your worth. He knows that you have the ability to earn, but at the same time, he should be the provider, because you are worthy of so much more. I completely understand if you want to work to get that cute luxury items that you want, or maybe spoil him a little, because he also deserves a little princess treatment. If you want to do it, or if you want to do it full time, girl, do you. I support you. But if he is not, he's like imposing this responsibility on you, then that is completely unfair. And girl, just one. The third trait is emotional maturity and consistency. Girl, life is full of ups and downs. Your financial situation is going to change, health is going to change, the way you look is going to change, your body is going to change, everything. This is a constantly changing environment. And in this chaotic world, you need a person who you can lean on. You need a person who is going to show up for you time and time again, not only in his words, but also in his actions. The way he takes care of you. He doesn't like, after a while, when your body is sagging, or when your skin doesn't look as fresh, when you have born 2, 3, I don't know how many kids for him. I don't want a man without any emotional maturity who abuses you for the way you look, or a man who is inconsistent in his behavior, a man who is hot and cold. This is childish games. Please don't get married if this is what you want. So girls, you need to know he needs to be consistent and taking care of you, but be very, very careful, not only in his words. Don't listen to him. Stop listening to him. See what he does. Observe. See how he treats you time and time and time again. Observe and see if this is the person who is consistent in loving you, consistent in taking care of you, consistent in being emotional, consistent in his beliefs as well. Not a person who is one day telling you, oh, I don't drink, and the next day he drinks. A person who tells you consistently who he is, a person who is stable, a person who is calm, because it's too chaotic when one day you don't know what mood will he wake up with. You need that emotional stability in your life. The fourth tip that I want to share is he should love you like you are the only person he sees. He should treat you and love you like you're the most beautiful person with the most beautiful traits, and he should take care of you like that. Fight me on this, but I am a true believer of if he loves me way more than I love him, then I think the relationship is going to work, because I want to be spoiled, I want to be taken care of, and I want to be treated like the queen I am. And girl, you're the same. You should be treated like a queen. You should be treated like a princess, because you completely deserve it. And why should you settle for anything less than amazing? Why should you settle for lukewarm? You should settle for the best behavior, and he should treat you like the queen that you are. I know this is my priority. This is where I stand, and I always say, I will say yes to the man who treats me like a goddess, who treats me and he will take care of me. I want a guy who is a man of God, but when it comes to me, he worships the ground I walk on. He is so grateful to my parents. They actually said yes to him. He should be so grateful, and he should know that he is the luckiest guy in the world. Girl, you are a golden sparrow. Like, any man who actually gets to be with you is wow. Like, it's completely amazing. Girl, I'm telling you, he needs to treat you like a goddess. He needs to worship the ground you walk on. Otherwise, it's a no. So the fifth and the final trait is that he knows 3 R's in relationship, which is all based around respect. Respect for you and your opinions, respect for your personal space, and respect during times of conflicts and arguments. And if he does not respect you in all of these domains, girl, never choose anyone who disrespects you, who screams, who shouts, who cannot even control his emotions. And physical abuse is literally the last phase, but a person who is verbally abusive, and not just in talking, even in silent treatment, a person who involves 10 people in a relationship, like, oh my god, we never signed up for like the whole family to be involved. Why is your grandmother calling me? And in no way this is about talking stages. This is about like when you are actually married with someone or when you are in a serious relationship. This is for that time, and you need the person who you can rely on, not a person who involves 5,000 people and disrespects you. He needs to know that you are his respect and he is yours. And this relationship is so sacred, and he should treat it with so much delicacy, with so much care, with utmost respect, because you deserve nothing less. On the note of respect, I want to share a quick summary and a roundup of the top 5 traits that you should look for in a life partner. Are there any traits that I missed out on? I get to learn from you, so please make sure you comment down below that what are the traits that you think are most important. I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.